my abdominal Quest. Making myself just in case, I'm not planning on posting this, but see what happens in the future. It's the 21st of September, 2025. Current morning weigh-in, 81.5 kilograms. Current calories from today, 2,000 calories per day, 180 grams protein. That's the goal. Minimum is 40. So I always try and get up the minimum. But if I don't get 180, I don't mind. Because 40 is around 0.7 grams per pound. Today's workout was back. Oh yeah. So body fat, current body fat percentage. Unknown. I'm gonna have a check in 2-3 days. I'm spacing these out once a month. I don't rely too much on the numbers. I'm using a body composition machine, not too accurate. It's got a massive plus or minus margin, so I don't rely on that. Yeah. So last time I checked was about a month ago, in 2 or 3 days. So then I was 14.4%. Again, minus whatever, not super accurate, but officially started tracking it at 17.5. So I've come a decent way. We'll see soon if I've improved. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I think I have. I can see definite changes to my body composition, but we'll see. So yeah, today was back. Mostly a lat focused day. So I started off with pull-ups, just one set till failure, and then continue on to my main workout. Started off with cable loaded, inloaded, isolateral front pull down, kind of like the hand grip each side. So I was doing 5 on one, 5 on the other, 5 on one, 5 on the other, and then once I failed those, tried to do both. I don't think I got a single rep of the double, but which means I'd already failed. And then I only did about 3 sets on it. Really focusing on the stretch and squeeze, not throwing around too much weight because I can't. Then I went over to the multi-grip row. I did 1 set with chest support, 1 set with my hands this way, 1 set with my hands up, and then swap back, and then swap back again. So 4 sets total on that. I felt really good. That was a real squeeze, focused, slow, controlled exercise. So that's just like hits my mid back and all those Terry's measures and stuff like that. And then finally, that exercise I moved over to back pullovers, which, tell you what, in a stringer, it's difficult, man. Your hands go over your head and then nipples pop right, left, right, center. Literally. After I did that, I moved on to biceps. So I just did. I only did 3 sets of biceps today. Really felt fine afterwards, so I didn't need to do more, I don't think. I did 3 sets of dumbbell curls, really slow and controlled with 14s, 15 each arm, alternate arm, so 1, 1, 2, 2. And then, yeah, that got my biceps pumped, you know, felt a real fatigue session, and you know, that's fine. Last back day, my back was a bit iffy, so I focused on doing like a just bicep day, with a bit of like forearm thrown in there for a few sprinkles on top. But yes, because I had that bicep focused out, I'm finally just doing the 3 sets. Normally after those 3 sets of dumbbell curls, I'd hop on the push curl machine and just bang out a bunch of them, really focusing on like squeezing, controlling very slow reps, slow eccentric, and then yeah, maybe for the final set, just lower it down by like 2 plates, or it's a cable. And then really pump it out, you know. Yeah, that would be biceps done normally. I have an alternate back day. I'll get to that next back day probably. That one focuses more on mid-back rather than lats, and has a bit of variation in the bicep exercises as well. Currently doing push-pull legs. Just enjoy that split. Lets me really focus on my legs, and yeah, gets me working every body part, muscle group twice per week, which I think is pretty good. So I've been training now for around say like 2 3/4 consistently. That 1/4 was like a couple days in, couple days out. Not very consistent. But yeah, 1 3/4 damn near every day. Nearly no rest days. I used to do table tennis in university. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that, but it really fatigued me a lot, so I didn't have to do an hour of cardio. I had to just do like half an hour, or just skip it sometimes, because I'll be doing like 3 hours or more of just straight cardio playing these table tennis matches, which if you've not played table tennis, if you played, you know what I mean. If you haven't played, you'll be like, oh, you're talking about cardio. It's just hitting a ball across the table. It's barely even moving. Oh, it's so much more than that. And yeah, you move so much. I think that's one of the main things that I always heard whenever I played with someone for the first time. They're like, oh my god, I'm sweating so much more than I thought I would be. So, but yeah, no, finished uni, graduated. So obviously now I can't really do that unless I find a club. There is a club nearby. We have to pay for a membership. Can't currently do that, so here we are, our cardio. Yeah, what do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, calories. So like I said, I'm on 2,000 calories now for the day. I was originally on 1,700 for like the past week. And then recently I talked to, 2 days ago, I talked to a PT friend of mine. And just started off the conversation of, oh, do you take protein powder? But yeah, every now and again. I tried to get it through Whole Foods, which I think is the best way, but every now and again, just convenient. Well, okay, great. Could you recommend any flavours? They're very economic. And yeah, so we got into talking about protein, and then he asked how many calories I'm on. I said, I'm about 700. He's like, oh right, how much do you weigh? 81, 82-ish, hovering around there. And he told me that I'm under-eating, like severely under-eating. Especially with how much I'm moving around, because coming into the gym, very much taking my time during my workouts, so sometimes I'll be in here for like 2 hours just do the workout, the resistance training. Then hour of cardio, but I'm also cycling here and back. That's around 20 minutes each way. So it's quite a lot of cardio throughout the day. I'm also trying to get my 10,000 steps in a day, which most of the time I'm getting, especially walking on the treadmill for an hour. Really gets you up there. Sometimes I'm getting 20 plus thousand. Sometimes I'm not getting over 6,000. If, for example, I have to do, if I don't know, my back's hurting or something, I'll decide to sit on the bike, cardio bike, and do that one for an hour. Then my steps tank. But I'm still doing cardio, obviously, so it's alright. But yeah, so you told me I'm way under-eating, and my progress will keep slowing down, and I'll have to keep dropping, because I was already expecting to drop it, planning to drop it after a couple of weeks to 1,500, keep that for a couple of weeks, and then have to do a recomp or a refeed for a week or two of maintenance, which I estimate granted on 300, which is an underestimate, I think. But I'm trying to underestimate rather than overestimate. Because how do I know? Yeah, so if I'm using what shows up on the machine, treadmill, an hour, on 9 incline, about 5 kilometers an hour. I can keep that pretty steady. My heart rate stays around, let's see, between 100 and 130. As long as it's in that range for about half an hour, I think that's perfect. And by the end of that, calories on the machine say around 600 calories, but obviously that's an overestimate. Well, I am putting my weight in, so it's not a massive overestimate. But for example, my watch is saying 400 calories. If I pop it into my diet app, I'm using, I don't know. If I put it into my diet app, it's saying like 300, 200. So yeah, there's massive varieties, and I don't really know which one to trust. So I'm really trying to underestimate. But anyway, he's saying you're under eating. Up your calories. Up them by about 300 calories. Just keep it for a week. Keep losing. Then up them again. I'm thinking, I asked him how long should I wait, because obviously when you're with a diet, sometimes it will take some time for your intermuscular carbs to, your glycogen stores to replenish or to drain, and that will affect your body weight a lot, and water weight. So I asked him, how long should I wait of basically standing on the scale every morning, same, variables, completely naked, after, using the toilet, making sure you're like fully dry, empty, haven't eaten anything, haven't drank anything. Same time in the morning after you wake up. How long? But consistently weighing the exact same, or basically the same. But let's say I'm 81 one day, 82 the next day, 81.5, 81.7, that kind of stuff. There's varying, but still basically the exact same. There's a an app to track my weight, just my weight over the days, and I can see it as a graph. And you can tell it starts up here, goes down over the months I did the first section of this curve. Move the graph along, and it got to the point where I got around 83, and then my progress started. There's still a bit of little like spikes, but it was mostly flat. So that's when I first decided I want to up my calories like a repeat. I did that for a week, then I went back down to 1,700. But I asked him how long should I see that flat line before I finally assume, okay, that flat line isn't because of water variation and I'm still actually losing weight. That flat line is because this is my maintenance and I am maintaining my body weight. And he said around 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, that's when you really start zeroing in. So I think I'm going to keep increasing my calories. So 2,000, 2,300 week, for a whole week of just eating those for each. And then once I hit 2,600, I'm going to leave that for 2 weeks, see if I zero in. And if I still keep dropping, if it keeps slightly falling below, then I'll know that's not my maintenance weight. That's what I feel is my maintenance weight. It's completely not founded on any evidence. It's purely just what I think my maintenance might be from what it used to be in uni. Then in university I wasn't really exercising nearly as much because I didn't have time. So yeah, if I keep dropping down, then I'll keep increasing the calories. Maybe if I'm dropping down at 2,600, then I'll do a week 2,900, and then I think 3,200 would be very, very close to maintenance. So I'll do that for 2 weeks if the ones before I keep dropping. If I'm staying pretty steady, say at 2,900 I'm staying really steady, then I'll be like, okay, after a week I'll be like, I'll add another week to that, and I'll keep checking for the additional week. So yeah, this is all to find my maintenance calories. Once I find my maintenance calories, then I'm actually more in the know. I'm not just like blindly hoping it's a deficit or accidentally doing like a 2,000 calorie deficit, because that would be way too much. So I'm going to start I'll drop it down by about 300 for a week, and then 500. I want to maintain that 500 calorie deficit again until my weight starts stopping to drop. Once it starts not fluctuating, it's a stable. Because that means my body's adapted to that calorie deficit. I either need to increase cardio or drop calories. I'm going to drop calories. So, more than an hour of cardio a day, don't want to be done. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Keep you updated, but that's the plan. Yeah. Some of the videos, some of the clips from today, hopefully my time, I'm recording my phone, obviously. I do have a camera at home. I need to see if I have a charge for it and figure out the setup. First couple of weeks it's going to be a lot of experimentation with the camera work and stuff. I need to get myself a tripod. Don't know how long that's going to take. But yeah, we'll see. The camera quality is going to be, it's going to be like, I'm in a full year. It's going to be pretty dog dookie for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. Once I get it figured out, pretty consistent quality, then it should be good. Should be actually able to see the pumps, which is something I never really enjoyed doing, to be honest. Every now and again in university I might, because when I'm working out in my gym bro, we used to just have fun, and it is pretty fun checking the pump, but until you actually lost some of that, you can actually see some separations, it's just not as much fun, because I can't really see anything. I don't know about other people, people might enjoy it, maybe they can tell the differences, but I can't, don't see anything. If I'm flexing in the mirror and I look exactly the same, I feel the exact, like I look the exact same as before I got a pump. I'm quickly pumped, but I just can't see it. Whereas now, for example, got veins coming out, that looks fucking awesome. And you can actually tell there's a difference in size of the muscle. It's been uncovered a bit, you know? So I'll start doing pump checks a lot more, I think. Still not every lift, I don't think. But more. And yeah, I'll start recording them, see if I can play around with lighting and stuff, positions, see how they contrast and saturation affects the look of it. So yeah, this is day one of Abdominal Quest, and enjoy the video. See you in the next one.